Hello friends, my name is Taufik and you're watching my channel Graphics 10. So in this video in CorelDRAW we are going to see the shaping options which will occur in the property bar when we select more than one objects. If I select more than one object, then in the property bar these options will appear. These options are called as the shaping options, or you can also obtain these same options from the object panel, shaping and shape. We have all the options pretty much similar to the property bar, so I'm not going to use this panel right now. You can use it, it is pretty much similar. So let's say if I select more than one objects, for example if I select two objects and if I click over here which is a combine, then it looks like we have just created these objects into a group, but this is a totally different option. So to demonstrate that, what I'll do is I will undo this first and I will create three objects, circles, and I will select all of them. Now you can see if I select them and if I click on the combine option, then again it will look like a group, but if we color them then we'll see the difference. So this is the difference between a group and a combine object. I will undo this again. Now if we convert these options instead of combine into a group, simply pressing Ctrl G or Command G, so this is what will happen if we apply any color to group. But this is a totally different thing, combine, and when we apply color, so this is what will happen. Again we can reverse this by right clicking on the group or the combined group, and we can simply press break curve apart or Ctrl or Command K, so it will again be separated. The group will be separated, which is actually not a group, just I am using that term so that you will understand what I am trying to say. So this is a very different option. Again when I select and if I want to trim the bottom object, the object which is present at the back, then I can simply use. Now before that we also have the weld option. Using that we can simply merge two or more than two objects like this. So this is basically the weld tool which merges any selected objects like this, simply merges, and you can select different shapes. It doesn't really matter that if you select different shapes, select all the shapes and click weld. It basically welding the selected objects, so it merges the objects. Then we have option called as trim option. So when we want to trim the bottom object, the bottommost object that is, then we can use the trim option. Now here if we have two objects, then I want to trim the bottom objects or the object at the back, then I can simply use this trim. So it will only trim the object at the bottom. But if I try to trim multiple objects at a time, let's say these, I will ungroup this like this and I will put it in front. I will apply different color so that you will understand better. It doesn't really matter. Again I will click on the trim option, so it won't affect any of the objects which are in front. It will only affect to the object at the bottom. So what if I want to trim all the objects? Then I have to use a different option called as the simplify option. Remember, this is the trim option which you use if you want to only trim the bottommost object, and if you want to trim all the objects except the topmost object, then we can use the simplify option. Simply click, then it will trim all the objects except the top object like this. We can again use this same option, like I will create some copies of this particular circle like this, and maybe like this. So if I click on the trim option, it will only affect the bottommost object, that is this largest circle. So what will happen if I select all the objects and click on the trim option? It will only trim this shape like this. It won't affect any of the objects. But if you want to trim all the objects, I will select this, select all the objects, and I can simply use simplify. So it will trim all the objects like this except the topmost object, as we have earlier seen. So this is the difference between the trim and the simplify option. Some people get confused between the two options, that what is the difference between these two options. So this is the difference between the two objects. Then we have the intersect. Now this is a very interesting option. For that, what I'll do is I will apply transparency to this object like this, so that you will see the intersection part. So this is basically the intersection of the two objects. So if you want this particular shape, then we can simply choose the intersect option, then it will create a new shape, new intersection shape, as simple as that. Now let's say if I want to apply it on three objects. So remember, three objects have to intersect each other, otherwise this won't work. You will see an example like this. If I click on the intersect, so nothing happens. So if you want to use this option to more than or any objects that you want, not just three but any objects. So now remember, this is the intersection of all the three objects. So if I click on the intersect option, then it will create a new object over here like this. So remember, all the objects that we select, they have to intersect each other at some point, only then this property will work, intersect. Now again we have, I will select multiple objects, then we have this we have already seen. Then we have front minus back, which is very simple. So let's say if I select these two, and if I want to front minus back, so if I want to delete, what I'll do is I will send it to back. If I want to delete this portion from the front object, then I can use this property. So this is called as front minus back. Remember, the front will be reduced, the front shape will be reduced. So whatever the back object is intersecting with the front object, so this is what will happen, front minus back. So the front object is being reduced. But if I try to use it now, the front object is smaller than the bottom object, so it won't work. It is not possible to subtract this object from a smaller object. This is not possible. So it will give an error because this object is smaller. But if I put it in the back, control or command end, and then again I say, what I'll do is I will increase the transparency so that you will understand like this. And if I select this one, then it will work because the front object is bigger. Again, if I want to do the similar thing, like if I want to subtract the front object from the bottom object, then we can use back minus front like this, as simple as that. These are also used for creating simple logos, simple yet professional logos. So let's say if I want to create a logo, so I can simply create a letter or type a letter. So let's say if I choose this option and I will place it over here. So remember, the text is at the front, so I can simply, I will increase this a little bit more. I can simply use this option, back minus front. So this is what will happen. We can use it as a logo, and if you don't want it to be at the corner, you can simply put it in the center, and you can use the same option, back minus front. Then it will work like this. You can see the objects at the back. So this is a one way to create some simple logos. Then lastly we have the option called as create boundary option, which will simply create boundary to the objects that we select. Like if I select these three objects, then it will create a boundary. So let's say if I select these three options, then again it will create a boundary like this. But if I keep it, then it will simply create the outlines of the given objects because they weren't overlapping. We can simply break curve apart and use them separately like this. So these are basically the shaping options which we have just seen, and these are very useful options while creating any shape for your design, maybe brochure, pamphlet, or maybe if you are designing a logo. These can be very useful options, the shaping options. So do practice these options, these are very useful. So that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye and cheers.